Hello, my friends, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome to this week's Sketch Sunday, where this week Karina picked our sketch. So, of course, don't forget to pop on down below and follow the links to Karina's and Crystal's channels and Amber's Instagram. And then, of course, if you're looking at this, you will see that this is a very late Christmas in October layout as well. And I'm using the gorgeous Home for Christmas, the Cartabella collection, Home for Christmas, that Sandra, the lovely Sandra from Scrapbook Your Joy, sent me to be a guest designer with in November. Now, this is not a guest DT layout, but I definitely wanted to let you know that I was starting and I was using it, and you're going to see quite a bit of Christmas scrapping and projects and things from me in November. I'm sort of already feeling Christmas and wanting to be in a Christmas spirit. And then, of course, everything on this layout pretty much is from that collection. I also used these gorgeous extra large Dotty About Flair, one of those on here, a little mixed media on my background, and a gorgeous Chadney wood button. So what this layout is you can tell we're all wearing masks. So this is at the bakery, and this is going to go into my 2020 album. As far as Christmas scrapping goes, I have a generic Christmas album. I also did a December documented album last year in a 6x8 format, which I really enjoyed. In fact, it was the first time I ever finished a December documented, and I'm definitely going to repeat the experience this year. And then, of course, I just have my everyday scrapbooking and album, of which a lot of 2020, of course, happened to be COVID related, as probably many of your albums as well. And so I really wanted to because I've documented the tradition that we have here, which is on Christmas Eve at the end of the day, because Christmas Eve and the few days leading up to it are, of course, the busiest time of the year for us at the bakery. They are long hours, long days. Everybody works extra at that time of the year. And we often actually have a little bit of trouble closing on Christmas Eve because people just keep trying to come in those last minuters. So we always take a group photo at the end of the day, sort of a we made it, we got there at the end of the day on Christmas Eve. And so you can see here we're all masks, and I had a couple of ideas for the title, one of which was sort of the masked elves kind of thing. But then if you look at the photo, I'm going to bring it up so that you can see it up close. If you look at the photo, you can tell that we are all smiling, and I love that. Even though we are wearing the mask and we had to wear the mask, you can tell that we are smiling, and you can tell that from everybody's eyes. So, of course, being Irish, when Irish eyes are smiling came to mind. So I went with when all eyes are smiling, and you can see here I used exclamation points upside down for my eyes to get those letters down. And these are my Doodlebug. These are Doodlebug alphas, and these I went back into my older mini market stash to get those down. Now, I did some mixed media on the background because you know me with just white cardstock. I either have to frame it or doodle. And in this case, I sort of wanted a little bit of some nice mixed media, but a little of the messiness, because we do tend to be a little frazzled at the end of the day. So I used some Shimmer's Palm Reader and the Packaging Technique, a gorgeous Paige Evans sort of doily stencil with the Nuvo glacier paste, and then just did a little bit of splattering as well. And that allows me to leave sort of my white cardstock, and I don't feel as though everything is coming off the page. So then, of course, I use a beautiful paper from the Home for Christmas collection. So I have 3 pattern papers here. And here you can see I follow the sketch fairly closely. I have a cluster here, a cluster here, and a cluster here with my title, although my title is to the right as opposed to the left because it was a longer title. I love this little cluster, so I went into the ephemera pack with these lovely banners, and I just popped those underneath, and I popped the ends of them here up on foam to give a little extra dimension. I inked this die cut with a pale gray ink, popped it up on foam to bring this here. This little cluster are again a couple of die cuts from the collection and a lovely Chardonnay wood button with an epoxy camera in there, which I love. And then this gorgeous Galaxy Dotty About Flare extra large flare. Now, my original idea was to put this flare sort of nestled here, and it did look lovely. But then I did this cluster first, and I put it maybe a little bit too much to the left, and therefore I didn't like the flare. It was almost too much in a straight line. So I moved it over, and I added a few of the Home for Christmas enamel dots just to sort of fill in that little gap and make a little connection, keep in with the circular elements, and then have a little bit of dimension in all of the clusters coming a bit on the diagonal. So there you go, my friends. Thank you so much for joining me today. Again, please make sure you pop on over and see what Crystal and Karina did with this sketch, and over on Instagram what Amber did. I will still put all of the links to the Christmas in October, which you've probably all seen by now. Apologies to you and to my fellow Christmas in October scrappers that I'm late, but it's here. As you know, things are going, we're moving, Mom, and my time is not always my own, and my phone still has the issues, but I'm here as much as I possibly can. Thank you so much for being with me, my friends, and I will see you back here soon. Bye for now.